Hello, guys. How's it going? This is the M3 podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about movies, video games, TV shows, any type of that type of stuff. If you like that type of content, make sure to listen in on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Rate 5 stars. It really helps it out, get it out there. And if you'd like to have any of the video content, we're on YouTube as well. Same name, Multimedia Madness, all one word. Hit the subscribe button, the like button. It'll help it out quite a bit. Uh, we always talk about anything like movie trailers, games, that type of stuff. This week we're kind of going into a little bit of like kind of media content, a little bit of a trailer again, because we noticed there's a the new Space Jam movie came out, so that was a movie that I kind of grew up on. It came out around this, so it was 90. I was a kid probably when the first one came out. I remember watching it. We're gonna take a look at that trailer there, and then a little bit of like pulp culture stuff with TikTok and some other things here, and some kind of a little bit sad news with DMX. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, and a little bit of like Superman slash Henry Cavill, Witcher, and Superman stuff. So let's get into it. Back with my co-host Dallas Holiday.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
So yeah, I think. Did you want to here? Do you have it
Ooh, I got some info if you want me to start.
already? Then let's go.
So there's a fun fact I found out about director Sam Raimi. Every
Right.
film, yeah, that's it's.
That was the. I
I'm
forgot about that
fascinated by
one.
this one. Every movie Sam Raimi has ever filmed, he always adds his 1973 Oldsmobile Delta. It's his personal car. It was his parents' car. They gave it to him when he was a kid. So if you see it, you'll see it in all the old Evil Dead movies. Ash versus Evil, it pulls the Airstream cross country. In Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, it's Uncle Ben's car. It's the car Uncle Ben gets shot in when he gets carjacked. And
Okay.
in 2 and 3, there's flashbacks to the car.
Okay. I was just about to
Ah,
ask you
yeah.
on that. I was like, wait, what do you mean by
Yeah.
2 and 3?
Yeah, no, he has, because he keeps having, every time he has a flashback of Uncle Ben in the later movies, it's Uncle Ben talking while sitting in the car.
Right. There's a part where
Yeah,
it's like a dream sequence or whatever. Right. So it's the same
exactly.
scene, but it's just
Yeah,
repurposed.
so it's in there. And Sam Raimi is directing the new Doctor Strange,
Yeah. Doctor
and
Strange Multiverse of Madness.
there you go. And it's already been announced that the car is going to be in it again. So
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by that because I love cars.
Uh,
So
speaking of, I think I wonder what Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi. I wonder if they've ever worked together since Spider-Man. Like, so that this is probably gonna be a reunion for them, a little bit too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I
Tobey
because
Maguire hasn't done much.
yeah,
So
exactly. There's literally only one other movie I know that Tobey Maguire's in other than Spider-Man. I don't remember the name of it, but I think it's called like Pleasantville.
oh, he's in that one where he races horses too. He's like a jockey.
Okay, no. When you say that, I think I know what it is, but
I
yeah, have
think he
you?
has a cameo in like Tropic Thunder as like a monk or something also.
Oh yeah,
I
so
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, he played in Pleasantville, where it's a movie. It's all in black and white, and um, then there's certain things start showing up in color, and then to like I don't know, but that's one of the only other movies I've ever seen him in. He's not really a definitely not a big
No,
name.
that would be hard to edit. A black and
Uh,
white movie where you slowly add color in?
Not really. It's not that hard.
No?
It's a
Okay.
simple color correct. It's
Oh,
really
is it?
it's just
Oh, never
like
mind then.
it's just like in the WandaVision, the second episode of WandaVision, or actually throughout the show, they had like, especially in the first and second one. I think the first one they're shot in like black and white because it's like set in the
Mhm.
'60s, and then there's one thing that's in color. That's pretty easy,
Okay.
and it's just like, do you know the movie Schindler's List? How there's, I think it's Schindler's, where there's the girl with the red dress and everything else is like black. I think that's what it's called. Not Schindler's List. There's a movie I
I
think that's
believe you.
yeah.
Schindler's List is the Nazi movies.
Yeah, I think it's like, I think it's Schindler's List, but yeah,
I
it's
haven't
shot in
seen
all
it.
in black and white, and then it has, so it's modern technology. It's really easy thing to do
All
actually.
right. Well, I stand corrected then.
Yeah, and I'm not even an expert in the industry or anything, so I don't think it would be that bad.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
Sorry, I kind of just jumped your gun there, but
Oh,
um,
that was it. That was for me. Oh shit, I have ketchup in my beard. It's called class right there. I just had a burger. Damn.
got a little bit of a snack going.
Yeah, saving it for later. um, but hey, yeah. So that was my fun fact. There was the Doctor Strange and the 1973 Oldsmobile Delta 88. Apparently, had a 455 as a big block car, so that's kind of cool. Aside from that, we've got some other facts, some other cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you remember that old saying, "Catch me outside"? How about that? From that like weird ass 14-year-old.
Yeah, the Dr. Phil thing from what,
Mm-hmm.
2015, 2016, something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
or
on March 27th, she turned 18. April 1st, she came out with an OnlyFans. So it was probably 4 or 5 years ago at least.
okay.
But the best thing is, $1 million in sales in the first 6 hours of this chick's OnlyFans. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
Incredibly
yeah.
jealous.
S- Like,
I would sell nudes for that much money.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
so she got famous by being on Dr. Phil,
Yeah.
by being like a ratty bitch,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's like, "Do you know what? I'm an adult now." So, like, is that the reason why people have like followed her into this like fate? Because she's like the link you showed me. I'm like, she's not even like that hot. Like,
Well, she's been ever since she's been doing like rapping music. She's like a rapper now.
oh,
She actually has some like hits in an underground following. I don't know any of them, but
okay.
that she does have hits and she's an underground like rapper artist lady now.
Okay, so she's not like a top Billboard, but she does put music out. She's like not like a
Yeah.
SoundCloud rapper, but like not like a
I
Billboard.
would say above SoundCloud
Yeah.
for sure, but below Billboard.
Okay, so she does have a following at least.
Oh,
Yeah, to make $1 million in equivalent of like anyone else's regular workday, like less than most people's workday. Yeah.
It's $24 per subscription. So, if you're good at quick math, what's 1 million divided by 24? And that's how many people subscribed the first 6 hours.
I am not good at quick math.
Do 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 do.
I could say it, but let's see. 1 million divided by
24.
40,000 people.
Oh my god. Yeah, so she has to have a pretty good following to get 40K in the first 6 hours.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, that
They were all leaked to Reddit pretty much immediately too.
Oh.
At least in the first day. So
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
anyone who really cares, there's some Reddits on that.
I've never joined anything on Reddit. The only thing I've been on Reddit a couple times when I have like a Google a question. Reddit is one of the results to answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid of Reddit. I've heard so many like kind of like dark web conspiracy things. Like Reddit is where you start getting into like the rabbit hole of like Rule 34 stuff. So I don't.
Yeah. It's weird. I got a new bar, like a portable bar, and I took pictures of part of it and put it on Reddit to try to figure out what it was. I had like hundreds of responses, so in that sense, I find it very useful.
Okay.
But you could probably lots of people advertise their OnlyFans or their YouTube videos or podcasts or shit like that on Reddit.
Okay.
So it is. If you're in the right subreddits, it's probably pretty good.
Speaking about social media, so one thing I did notice. Have you ever heard of Zach King?
Oh yeah, the Vine star, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's got a Guinness World Record for the highest number of subscribers on TikTok or something like that at
Oh, yeah.
58, I think.
4 was last time I saw it.
Yeah. So like, which is so crazy because like he doesn't do the traditional TikTok style. Like most people, you like for TikTok you have to post like like at least once a day and you have to kind of follow the trends and everything. But he does literally just the thing that he's known for is his magic, and I think it's because he's already popular via Vine
Yeah.
and YouTube.
Well, his TikTok for him is just a platform exactly like Vine, it seems, except instead of the 6.5 seconds or whatever it was, now he gets 60 seconds.
Yeah, so he can actually make a little bit of content, and he actually goes into like behind the scenes stuff a little bit on his like how he makes some of the stuff when it's like the illusion ones, not so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
the like mask because everything he does like is masking and editing and everything. So you can't do that on TikTok, but well, you could. It would just be very difficult. But
Did you hear who's trying to take down TikTok?
Trump.
No, no, I mean like so YouTube is coming out with YouTube Shorts. It's in beta right now, but they're trying to make it 60 seconds and under videos for YouTube where you can scroll it just like a TikTok app, but it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Instagram Reels.
Yeah, yeah, Reels or
Yeah.
Snapchat. But Snapchat has one too now.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's called. But
Well, yeah, Snapchat was kind of like the first because like Snapchat stories and then like people making content specifically for Snapchat, right?
I end of December because Snapchat had its new like worldwide finding TikTok style app at the end of December here, and from like December 11th to the end of the year, they gave out $1 million a day to like successful videos. I'm so jealous. I wish I would have won.
I see. I never got onto like Snapchat. I never got into it because like I have a Snapchat account, but that's basically because my sister has one and she told me to get one so she can send me videos of her kids.
Oh, I got one because that's how everyone sent nudes when we were in high school.
See, that's like true, but like
So I
can't,
got it.
it I graduated. I don't think Snapchat was even either. It was a thing or it like just barely was a thing when I was in high school.
And
Like,
when I say in high school, I mean grade 12 when we were 18 plus.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, well, of course, because like it may not look it, but you're actually younger than like quite like you're younger than me, so you're yeah,
Young whippersnapper right
you're what you said 22.
25.
25. I thought
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were sorry, but
No.
okay. So not that much younger. So
No, not that much.
oh, okay. For some reason I thought you said you were like young, like early 20s, but still
Right in the middle.
okay. So that means you graduated in what 2015, 13?
13.
Okay, so only a few years after me. I graduated in 2011.
Yeah,
So
so we were in high school at the same time. I was
Yeah.
grade 10 when you were 12.
yeah, basically, pretty much. But okay, so yeah, it must have like just been kind of coming out when I like graduated type thing then, because I never really.
My school also was like 80% people dressing and acting like the Jersey Shore because that was what was bumping. So,
See, I never, but see, this is what I found out from people that grew up in Edmonton, because I didn't grow up in Edmonton. I grew up in a town called Wainwright, where I had 25 people in my graduation class. So
yeah,
it's
that's-
like so different compared to like the 500 people in a city high school.
oh yeah. I think we were like 1,000 or something at mine.
Holy in your grad class.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that was like my entire school, and my entire school was
Yeah.
7 to 12.
Is it like at 7 to 12? That's enough. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, because or is it six? No, yeah, 7. Sorry. Anyway, that's a total random ass
No.
thing, but whatever. The other thing I was gonna say, like when I brought up TikTok, it made me think was the one thing that's like so annoying is but there's one of my favorite YouTubers, especially as you said YouTube. My favorite YouTuber, Peter McKinnon. He has I think 5.8 million subscribers on YouTube, something like that. He created a TikTok account, and I haven't looked at it in a while, but he posted literally just like a video of him standing out in the wind and him kind of like getting like blown away by the wind, like by the wind a little bit, and he got instantly verified, instantly millions of likes and everything. I was like, God damn it! Like, okay, good for you because you're branching out on your platforms and everything like that because he's a known creator. But it like also, god damn it, like
I know. I get so jealous all the time by that. Dallas Drifts on TikTok. I got 4,700 subscribers. At one point, I was at 5,000, but I stopped posting, so it went down. But Dallas Drifts on TikTok.
I'm a whole 18 subscribers on TikTok. I think I'm literally no less than that. I'm at like 12 because I just checked and I'm at 18 on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. My personal YouTube, also Dallas Drifts, is at like 11, and then me and my friend have one that's at like 104. Like, we are not doing well.
Yeah, it all has to do with being consistent with posting and actually doing what you want to do and knowing what you like make your content about and like because I see so many things of like can you still make a YouTube channel in 2021 and everything like and it's yeah you can but it's just literally like making the decision of do you want to make this like your job type thing, right?
Yeah, well,
like
Air Rack's a perfect example, right? You seen that Air Rack guy? He's on everything. He's in everybody's collabs now. He started beginning of 2020 by just breaking into parties with no followers.
Yeah.
And I think he hit 1 million just after Christmas. So that's in 1 year. He went from nothing to 1 million. But he's doing some pretty crazy stuff. Like he drove a smart car across the country.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
He bought a shitty boat, then took it to Mr. Beast's island. And,
I was just gonna say, so he's doing Mr. Beast style content, like, or like Luke, like the Paul, like Jake Paul or whatever, like.
Yeah, like
doing those.
He bought. So Logan Paul had this couch made by Mercedes. It was a $90,000 couch, 2 halves. He actually bought it and made a video series, like a 6-video series, destroying this couch. He blew one up. He put surfboards on one, took it out into the ocean. He threw one off an airplane.
Oh my god! So in other words, he must have already had money.
No, he got sponsors for everything.
No, but okay, so like how did he from zero?
Video.
No, obviously, but yeah, that's just like Mr. Beast too. Like Mr. Beast has all these sponsors and everything, but I
think his first couple 100,000 were just because he was busting into famous parties. He snuck into the Mike Tyson fight. You know who Dan Blazarian is, right?
I know the name.
He's the like modern Hugh Hefner. He has the Ignite house. All the naked girls.
Okay.
Guns.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. So that's how he got his start, and then once he got some like ad deals, brand deals, all that kind of stuff, then he was able. He only paid 15,000 for the couch, but because it was used by then. But either way.
I'm definitely not an extravagant like oh my god type of person. That's why it's so hard for me to try to build a big YouTube channel because like I'm trying to do content of like just explaining and talking about like my life and trying things and everything like that and so like doing I could never be that type of person that's like let's go and like just destroying shit. I wouldn't mind having like a channel like How Ridiculous where you just like mess around and play like trick shots and stuff like that. That'd be fun, but
yeah. Like a Dude Perfect almost.
Yeah, exactly. That'd
be cool.
They're obviously like one of the top 10 YouTubers out there, so they obviously are making a shit ton of money, but they can do pretty extravagant things and only post like twice a month or something like that.
Yeah.
See, like that's
Mark Robert, he posts once a month, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even less. I don't know, and he's got millions.
But it's just because everything he does is so extravagant, and it's not like I'm pretty sure like Mark Rober must have other because he has like not just sponsorships, but he has like stocks in other companies and stuff like that. Because like he's such a smart guy, right? So
he worked for NASA. Literally worked for NASA.
Exactly. He literally is a rocket scientist. Like
pretty cool. I love that Hacksmith guy.
Yeah, he's another really good. And then a guy I started following recently was Jay Laser. He's similar idea as Hacksmith, but Hacksmith isn't like now like an entire company, but still doing um, like things from movies and then trying to make them into real props type things. So he does the same idea, but instead of showing like how like the build in the process, he basically how Jay Laser does it. He builds everything, does a little test videos or whatever, and then just does like a sit down in front of camera and just talks a script out, and then shows the B-roll of him building it, and then cuts to it completed type thing.
That works too.
Yeah, so his so it's the same style, but and
I want to do a video series of building a spy car, like turning one of my cars into like a vehicle that has all the gizmos and gadgets from the spy movies you see.
yeah, like Adam Savage.
Oh, did he do that?
Well, not on Tested, but on MythBusters.
Oh, I guess they like individually, but I'd want one that has like everything, like the smoke screen, the maybe guns if you can legally have
Paint-
a workaround around that on private property or something.
Probably like a paintball gun would be legal, or a BB gun maybe.
Yeah, flamethrowers. Hey, they used to
Just-
sell flamethrower kits in Canada.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago.
Just buy one of those, not a flamethrower from Elon Musk.
There you go.
There you go. Well, do you have any engineering skills?
I've been building cars and race cars for like a decade, so.
Okay, so yeah. Don't ask me for help. I'll help record it, but that's about it.
Yeah. I got like enough where I think I could get everything together, except if it's little motherboards. So every time I try to solder on those tiny little motherboards, I always like mess the solder up and get it onto another circuit. So it's I either need a better soldering iron or something, but that's not my strong point.
Yeah, no, don't ask me. I don't know any of that stuff. But anyway, do you want to actually go into one of the other things that we were trying to go into? Like, have you seen the trailer yet?
I think I saw the teaser, but not the trailer, so this will be new to me.
Cool. We're gonna watch the new Space Jam 2, so Space Jam 2 trailer, and then give a commentary and thoughts. And have you seen the original at least?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, yeah, most likely, but so then yeah, we can kind of talk about that a little bit.
Big problems with this. Lola Bunny obviously had a breast reduction from the first movie.
Yeah.
And if you remember a couple months ago, maybe even a year or two ago, Elmer Fudd got banned from using rifles in the Looney Tunes cartoons. So why is Yosemite Sam allowed to have his pistols?
Yeah, I know. I remember, like, that was another one of the Gen Z, like, people trying to, like, freaking... I didn't remember... I didn't hear about that one. I only saw the Pepe Le Pew one.
Oh, no, it was, like, way before that, because they were trying to reduce gun violence. So I don't know why I air quoted that, but they were trying to reduce gun violence, so Elmer Fudd got no more shotgun.
Oh.
But Yosemite Sam gets his pistols, so...
Like... I don't know. So, I know that, like, in history of cartoons, I know a lot of times, like, G.I. Joe, for example, for that reason, they would use, like, they would be shooting, like, lasers instead of actual, like, bullets or whatever. So I have no idea why they're okay. Like, it's such a weird thing of, like, what's okay and what's not okay for like, gun violence with kids and cartoons and stuff like that. I have no idea. But but I totally know, like, other than the Lola Bunny, because, like, yes, like, she was hot back in the day. But they definitely, like, it's a kids show. Oh my god, get over yourself.
I guess.
But did you notice, like, so, like, one of the things I saw was, like, he's making the roster or whatever, then it cuts to, like, all the Iron Giants and everything. Yeah. And then they have, like, the mystery machine in the bottom. I noticed in the bottom corner the mystery machine drove by, and it looked like one of Daenerys' dragons from Game of Thrones. I'm like,
okay.
Like,
I saw King Kong's name too.
Yeah, exactly. So I think one of these times I'm gonna have to kind of go through and just watch, like, that scene, just to see, like, what's showing up just for this. It's gonna be, I think that part in this kind of movie is gonna be similar to, like, Ralph Breaks the Internet and Ready Player One, where there's just gonna be so many like little cameos of different characters and everything like that. Kind of
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like this guy's in it. What do you think of LeBron being a cartoon instead of like fully being human the entire time?
I like it. It reminds me of Mike Tyson's Mysteries on Netflix. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but it's got Mike Tyson as a cartoon, and it gives you the same vibes, only probably a child version, as Mike Tyson's Mysteries is made for adults. But you got to watch that if you've never seen it.
No, you're telling me about that last time though.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm what else am I watching right now? Oh, I'm rewatching Lethal Weapon, the TV series.
Oh, I never watched that.
Okay, well, never mind then.
I
I love all these old movies that they're turning into remakes of in any form, but Space Jam, that was an old movie I didn't think was gonna get a sequel. That's for sure.
Yeah, and because it was definitely like more relevant back in the '90s when it first came out, because like Saturday morning cartoons or whatever was like the Looney Tunes, or after school or whatever was one of the ones you would kind of watch. But like one of the videos I watched that made me think of it was like people don't really talk about the Looney Tunes that much anymore. It's not like something that comes up. It's not a oh, Dougie.
Yeah. All right.
It's not a thing that not one of the first things that come to your mind when you think cartoons or whatever. Like I know a lot of people talk about like anime is a big thing, especially like nowadays and everything, but or comic book like the superhero shows or whatever, like the Teen Titans or whatever. But like you don't really think about the Looney Tunes or stuff like that. Like my niece and nephew, they don't really pay attention to any of that stuff anymore.
Well, there's a new Bugs Bunny TV show right now. Now, I've been seeing clips on it, like clipped and put online. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually made me go and watch some of the episodes because some of these are insane. Like, there's one episode where Daffy Duck's like in the military, like fighting the Russian Tsar or something, and it's like a new show.
In
Like,
the modern ones,
yeah, like there's some crazy stuff happening. Like, do you remember there was in like World War II, Disney came out with that
propagandas.
the cartoons.
Yeah,
like, like that one episode for sure reminded me a lot of those propaganda cartoons.
which is weird because they're really trying to push away from that any of that stuff. Like Disney Plus does edits and like doesn't put like any of that like kind of more not racist but like like
Oh,
the kind of
it's
content out there anymore, right?
they have because they do actually have the propaganda cartoons on Disney. They have all of them.
Oh, you probably
Yeah,
just have to search for it. It's definitely not on the main page.
no, but when you it might maybe it's on Prime then. I thought it was on Disney Plus, but when you search it or when you play it, it comes up with this big paragraph saying these views were not right then and are not right now, but for historical accuracy, we're going to include them to help educate people about better. Like they have a really well put
Right. Yeah, I remember
thing.
hearing about that. The first time I heard about that was the Aristocats because there's like the Asian cats that are like me Chinese. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. I never saw it myself, but the only like Disney edit that I know off the top of my head um, is the Lilo and Stitch, where Lilo is like hiding from Nani in the dryer in the original, but then in the like remake, she's hiding in a cupboard, and then it's like a pizza box that's covering the cupboards because they don't want kids playing in a dryer.
Yeah, no, that actually makes perfect sense. I'm gonna find that for you, but we'll keep talking at the same time.
Oh,
Um, what was
but
another good one? Have you ever been to Disneyland, Disney World, anything
I
like
went
that?
to Disneyland when I was about 12. Yeah.
You remember Splash Mountain?
Yeah, I don't think I went on that actually. I know of it,
The
yes, but I
long
don't
ride
think.
where you get soaking wet.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that ride is based off a movie from like the 50s or whatever, and that was like the poster child Disney tried to shut down because it has a stereotypical African American like
big
what
lips and like,
well
yeah,
it's a real people movie. It's like he's a live action person,
right,
but then there's like puppets and stuff,
right.
and he goes around and he's happy. It's like just very did not age well. It's very. It shows all the racist stereotypes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why they cut that. It's it's a little rough, but it's I just said like 10 times.
Oh
I
well.
will be working on that in the future. Don't you worry.
Already then, you're not gonna be like Justin Trudeau and slip and slaw every second word.
No, no, that would be horrible.
So
Horrible.
anyway, so going back, so what were the things that you kind of liked about the trailer? Like, are you? I'm not even a basketball fan, and I still think it's actually relatively kind of entertaining.
Oh yeah, I don't know shit about basketball, but that movie's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I like the fact that isn't that the same bad guys that they played against in the first movie?
yeah, it was the same name, completely different characters. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, because they were the Doom Squad or whatever, and then they got called the Monstars.
The Monstars. That's what it was.
Yeah, so like it's like yeah, I agree. I think it's still gonna be a good movie, and I think it's gonna be entertaining. And it looks like same as like what any major movies happening this year. It's being released like partially in theaters, but all available on like HBO as well, HBO Max or whatever. Um,
Yeah, 31 days after release, it's at the bottom.
yeah, so it like you can still see it at home if you don't want to go into theaters because COVID's still a thing, especially in like the states and everything. So, um, okay, name me two good things and one bad thing other than what you mentioned about this trailer. Like, what's something that
Okay.
okay,
So the two good things are going to have to be the fact that he's fighting for the child, which I think is a lot better than the last storyline from the first movie. That he's like he got sucked in and now he's played basketball and saved his kid or whatever.
mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a better storyline. Another good thing would be, let's go skip to a bad thing.
Okay,
I think a bad thing about that movie is it's gonna just not really be a proper sequel to the first one because I really do like continuity in movies like this. 'Cause it's supposed to be a sequel, so I want continuity.
yeah,
It's not practical in any way whatsoever due to the fact that this is going to be aimed at children. And then the last time this movie came out, those children are graduated college, and some of them are probably doctors performing brain surgery by now. So, which is scary. It's scary to think people our age could be performing brain surgery. Throwing that out there.
true.
All
Um,
right. What about you?
for
Two
me,
good, one bad.
so for me, I like the very first like little lines of um I bet Will Smith doesn't have to deal with this. That was funny, but and like the little what is this Matrix shit? That was a good funny like line too. But um I think it has a good mix of like still having the old original from the original movie, but like bringing it up into the new 21st century of including because like in 96 like the internet wasn't really a thing and now it's in everyday life like you can't go without having being around the internet nowadays basically.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
did
kind of
incorporate that.
yeah, so they definitely updated it in a really kind of good way and it looks like yeah like you said I think the story between him and his son is gonna be pretty good. um and then bad would be um it looks like it will not like Don Cheadle's in there, and it looks like it's just gonna have a weird ending. It's not really kind of connected to the original in the same way. Like, the first one was like they're in space. It's a new like alien invasion, and now it's just he just happens to fall into this. So it's there's like weird way of like what the story's gonna be, like of how it's gonna actually flow through.
I, I don't know. I It's gonna be an interesting movie. I think I'll watch it once it's on TV. I won't go to the theaters for that one probably. But
No, I'm definitely not gonna. I think
no.
honestly the only movie this year that I'm probably gonna go see is Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I'm gonna see the new Creed when it comes out. I'm gonna go see the new Top
Oh,
Gun when it comes out.
yeah.
Has the new Creed trailer even dropped yet?
Not to my knowledge.
But I'm excited for Maverick. What else do I want to see? That Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire in it, the new one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not till like December this year
No.
or something like that,
Well,
or no
and
later than that. But
I've determined that I cannot find it on Disney Plus anymore, so maybe it already got removed.
yeah.
They were good. I watched all of them start from Snafu. So the first ones, it was all about Snafu, which was the name of the main character, and it stood for Situation Normal, All Fucked Up.
Okay.
Yep, and they were like propaganda little TV shows, but they were to teach the soldiers and the people back in America what not to do and what to do and how important their roles were. Like there's one that was like, oh, don't tell secrets that are government secrets because you could get everyone killed. Or there was one about the importance of getting your bug spray on so you don't get like bug virus in the middle of
Malaria.
nowhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
malaria.
Bug
That
bug
was dumb.
virus. Just completely lost. Though I've definitely done that before. Completely lost the word.
Yeah, it was good. And then there was and so they did a bunch like that, and then there was actually Donald Duck, and Matt has a dream where he's a Nazi.
Yeah, I know. That's the image that came to my mind when you were talking about those. I've seen clips of that one.
Yeah, so I watched that whole one too, and then he has a Nazi dream, whatever, thinks he's Nazi. And then he wakes up in his like American pajamas or whatever, and he's like, "It's so good to be in the USA." They're pretty. I like them.
Oh,
I'm actually hurt that they're all gone from Disney.
I'm I'm not surprised though.
Me neither, but like that was a good part of history, I thought.
Yeah, but they're trying to wipe that whole part of that whole image of from Disney, like because
I lied, they're all on Prime.
that's why. Yeah.
Versions of War, World War II propaganda cartoons. It's on Amazon Prime, and there's 13 episodes of it. So check that out on Amazon Prime if you want a blast from 1943.
To feel like it's what it's like to live in during World War II.
Yeah. The Donald Duck one is called Der Fuhrer's Face. It's episode 11 if you care. There's even an Aladdin one. But the Snafu ones are my favorite because that's funny.
Wow.
New trailer. I just thought of.
Yeah.
It's that new superhero cartoon that's going straight to Prime. The Invincibles. I think
Okay.
it's going to be like an adult superhero cartoon. I haven't really heard much about it right now. I just opened it up and saw the ad and remembered.
So is it so cartoon version of the boys kind of?
That's what I'm getting from it, actually. Yeah. So the official trailer came out a month ago, I guess, but I think the first episode just went up this week, if I remember correctly. So maybe that's something that in the future we'll have to check out, and
On
maybe it'll be a good
Amazon
show.
Prime,
On Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon original. It's already got 1 million views on the trailer.
which
It only
makes
came out a month ago, so
yeah, Amazon, so yeah, keeping in the same realm of the boys because the boys is on Amazon Prime. So
yeah. So that might actually be really good.
I
It's from Robert
literally
Kirkman.
oh, Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
Nice. He's
Creator of The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead and the boys. So yeah, I think he did the boys as well. So it makes sense. So it probably is literally like a cartoon version of the boys, like maybe all the same characters, but
I'm probably going to check that out tonight, right after this, to be honest, because that
I
sounds pretty good.
Amazon Prime is the one kind of big one that I don't have. I have Disney Plus and Netflix. So
Prime. I don't have Netflix. I had borrowed Netflix. But I got
well.
Motor Trend, so if you ever need to do a car one, I got you.
Motor Trend Truck of the Year. That's all I know.
Yeah, they do have that every year.
And then, well, speaking of another trailer, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was The Witch. Oh, but you don't have Netflix, so you can't. Did you ever watch? No, you said you did. Did you ever watch The Witcher?
I have not watched The Witcher, no. That's the one based off the video game that got turned into a TV series, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
not seen that.
It's are you a fan of anything like fantasy, like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings esque style stuff?
I watched
No,
Archer.
that's like not even close to the same. But okay. Okay, so never mind. You won't even like it anyway.
I'm sure I watched something. Jurassic Park. No, okay. What do you mean with fantasy? I think we need to dive into that a little bit more here.
Little so like swords and knights and dragons and wizards and
Oh, I love watching
Vikings.
like things on Excalibur. Like in King Arthur, I'm super fascinated by like the history of King Arthur
So like
and like how he has Merlin and King Arthur. I think that stuff's kind of cool.
yeah, that's
The Lady of the Lake has the
so
Excalibur.
okay. So think of that, but Witcher and I'll use Witcher and Game of Thrones as the main example. So you have the magic of like there isn't really that type of magic in Game of Thrones, but definitely in Witcher. I never played any of the games, but there's actual like spells and magical potions and stuff like that in Witcher. And then, but if you like any of like like boss fights, uh, even just in general, like it's literally just big Henry Cavill, big huge dude, giant sword, cuts a freaking demon like in half.
Oh, that could be cool.
The
I
very
like Ash versus Evil and Supernatural.
Supernatural, yeah, Supernatural is a tamed down version of what, like if Supernatural came out today with like a
Mm.
Netflix budget instead of in 2005 with a like $50,000 budget,
Mm.
like then it would be a lot more extreme, I think, than what it ended as.
I'm gonna be honest. The thing that really hooks me on that show was the Impala. If they didn't have a nice car, I probably never would have watched it.
There's it kind of just lucked out that that car was an Impala. It was a
Wow, what was the plan?
it was originally going to be a Mustang, but then one of the showrunners were like, "No, you can't fit a dead body in the back of a Mustang." So they were
I
like,
love
it
that.
has to be an Impala because it has big enough trunk space."
I love that. I would have dug a Mustang too, but have you seen how Ford tries? Like Back to the Future, yeah, they planned it as a DeLorean. Ford came in and offered them a shit ton of money to have a Mustang, and the director was like, "Doc Brown doesn't drive no fucking Mustang." So
No, I
yeah, the Ford pushes everything. Like the new Gotham TV series, Batman drives a Mustang now.
really, I know like movie cars and that's it. Oh, that's what it was. I was watching a show on Netflix. It's a car like restoration type show. I don't remember what it's called, but it was
Rust Valley Restoration.
not that one.
Okay,
I was
that's the
watching
big
that
one right
one.
now.
Yeah, I was watching that one. Yes, but that was not the one I was I'm referring to. It's another one that came recommended because of Rust Valley Restoration. Um, what they're doing on this show is he buys like a decently kind of garbage car and builds it to be a little bit better, and then he trades that for something else, and then builds that one a little bit nicer, and then he trades up to something else, and then he sells up to something else to make. But anyway, the episode I was watching there was about the type of car that the Adam West Batmobile was.
Oh, it was
Uh,
it was based off a Cadillac prototype
yeah,
that
because
never actually made it.
it had the double scoops, individual passengers
Yeah,
on each side, and I was like that. I was like, yeah, that's the mentioning about that Batmobile is the only way I would have known what that is.
yeah, it was here, I got it right here. Oh, it was based off the 1955 Lincoln Futura
Lincoln.
concept car.
Yeah, I knew it was that. Once it's
Yeah,
in Lincoln, I knew I
yeah.
would hear the name of it.
But it was a concept car, unfortunately, so you're never actually gonna find one. So
Yeah, I think what it said on the show there was like a couple made, but just for like showrooms type thing, like type. So these guys actually made like that model into an actual driving vehicle for someone.
oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I love so George Barris was the guy who built that, and he
Okay.
built every famous, no, well, not every, but pretty much every famous car you can think of, he built from that time period. Like I'm pretty sure he built the car the monkeys drove in their TV show. He built the Munsters like little car. I think he built. Grease Lightning maybe he built.
Though, there's only a few like famous cars that I know off the top of my head. None of those
Right.
ones were any of them. The only other ones. So and then there's the obviously the first one that comes to mind is one you already mentioned is the Impala, and then there's the Knight Rider's car, Kit.
Which was also designed by George Barris.
Kind of figured you would know that. And then there's
Yeah.
the Dukes of Hazzard's car,
The Charger, yeah.
the Charger. And then the other one that comes to mind is the Bug from Herbie.
That's a good one. I have no idea who designed that one, but that's a good
I think that, and then the other one that comes to mind that I just thought of as well. I think it also might be a fictionalized version of the same car we were just talking about, the Speed Racer car, because it has the same
one.
kind of
Mach 5.
yeah, has the same kind
Well,
of shape.
you remember the Green Hornet, their car?
Yeah,
Was a George,
right.
That was a George Barris car. Uh, the truck apparently from the Beverly Hillbillies is George Barris. So
the old
you ever
like
watch that?
the old like falling
The
apart from 1930s freaking
Yeah,
Model T or whatever.
I'm watching those right now too, because they're on Prime and
On
they're
Prime?
great. Yeah, on Prime. There.
I only watched that a little bit because my dad watched it, so I know the idea of it and the Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, that's a classic. So something that is not car related kind of at all, but kind of goes back to something I was talking about before about Henry Cavill's Witcher. So what I wanted to say was that they did do a bit of a teaser trailer saying that they finished wrapping shooting that. But the other news I wanted to talk about with him was that there's the rumor of him kind of going around that he might come as the new Wolverine in the MCU.
My personal opinion is he's not hairy enough. Wolverine to me, he's got to have the hairy shoulders, the hairy forearms. He's got to be like a big burly man. Maybe not super tall, but big and burly.
Yeah.
And just, Henry Cavill, or however you say his last name, he's got a little bit here, but he's not a wild man like Wolverine is supposed to be.
Like Hugh Jackman actually. Yeah, Hugh Jackman was such a good role for it. And like I like Henry Cavill as an actor. Like I said, I like him in The Witcher, and I do like him as Superman. Like especially in the Snyder Cut Superman or Justice League, it was a lot better than the original Justice League. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's a lot better of a movie.
It's like 4 hours though.
It's so worth it. It's so much of a bet. It's way even if you don't like superhero movies that much, just a movie in general, it's just a good film. So
Where
much.
did you watch it on? Like, where do you find it?
HBO Max.
Yeah, that's the only place I could find it too. That's why I didn't watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one I don't have.
But so yeah, I like him as an actor, but I think I agree with you, but my other beef is the fact think that he's too big of a dude. Like he's like I want to say just by looking at him, I think he's probably like 6'2", 6 or something like that, and like probably 250 pounds of like muscle. So and like
He's only 6'1".
oh okay, so I guess so he's like as tall as Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, and he's 86 kilograms, whatever that is in pounds.
Yes.
I'll get that for you.
Oh, us Canadians using both imperial and metric.
He's 189 pounds according to his.
Only? He looks way bigger than that. I say only, and then there's me that's only 115. 115 on a good day.
Okay, I got 3 websites right here. The first one says 6'1", the second one says 6'6", and the third one says 6'1.5".
Okay, so 6'1". We'll say 6'1", because 6'6" is definitely not true, because they're talking about, like, the mountain.
Yeah.
He's not that... I don't think he's that tall.
No, 185 meters is his thing on Wikipedia, and I kind of trust Wikipedia for this at least.
At least for a quick glance. Okay, so yeah, I guess he is like as, but he's still like bulkier though compared to Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's still big, but not like Henry Cavill almost has like fake muscles, but in real life. So
Yeah.
so I think he's a little like it would make more sense for Henry Cavill to play like Colossus or like Juggernaut or something like that, like than Wolverine, because like Wolverine's supposed to be like he's like 5'3" in the comics, so get someone that's like 5'7", 5'8" maybe, so it's a little more realistic. Not because 5'3" is a little that's almost a little person. I don't think you're ever gonna get that, but
No, that'd be like some Tom Cruise looking. But then you wouldn't. I don't know any short people who are ridiculously hairy, to be honest. And I know you can add that in with movie magic, but like, it's
no,
important.
it'd be so hard. I thought you were gonna say that's short people that's buff, but the first person that comes to mind is Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart's like 5'4" and he's
Is
like
he buff?
he's jacked.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Google some shirtless Kevin Hart here.
yeah. He actually like for body size, he's probably pretty equivalent for like he can probably outlift people
yeah.
bigger than him.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
man.
reacting.
He's like hanging out with ladies in like bikinis, and they're all taller than him. But
Yeah.
like, he's like eyes at tit level in some of these. That's awesome.
Good. Exactly. There you go. Perfect level. Yeah, I think his wife is about my height. I think because his wife is because I'm 5'7" and I think his wife is about 5'6", 5'7", and he's I think 5'4", 5'5",
Good for him.
something like that. So yeah,
Good for him.
I see. Yeah, I'm short and thin and have a baby face. I look super young. It's so annoying.
I did you ever find out how Kevin Hart's lawsuit ended?
Which one?
I
About the
haven't-
the Grammys and everything.
No. So he had a custom car built, like a Challenger or a Barracuda or something like that, and it was him and a couple guys driving, and they got into some horrible accident. And I think he was trying to sue the shop, saying the car that they built was too powerful. Yeah.
No, I didn't hear about anything like that.
You know? It was pretty gnarly crash. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm surprised that anyone's walking away alive. Like the car is squished. And,
Oh, the one where he broke his back?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fuck, that was what?
It's like a year
2017?
ago.
No, that was longer than that.
2019, September 2019.
Oh, I thought it was 2017, 2018.
So, well, according to TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh, and then TMZ updated it saying a lawsuit was not filed, and no one ended up suing.
Kevin Hart's a multimillionaire already as is. He doesn't need to sue anyone.
No. It was a nice car. It was like a 70-ish Barracuda. So,
Okay.
oh,
But
I'm sorry.
you're all well, whatever. You're obviously a car guy. I like cameras and movies, and which not saying you don't like movies, but like that's your thing.
You can have the movies. I'll take the cars. We'll cover a whole spectrum like this.
Okay, sounds good. And then Brandon has video games.
Cool.
I think that's where we're gonna kind of call it because we're totally just going completely randomly off the rails today. So,
Well, I agree. Shout out to DMX though, just because he had a horrible accident and he's in a vegetative state right now. So that kind of sucks. But aside from that, that was
the other thing you want. Yeah, another celebrity that's kind of going down the shit show of 2020, 2021.
Well, he went 30 minutes without oxygen or something. I think he either collapsed or that part's still in the air, up in the air. But
yeah,
DMX,
the link that I saw said something like it was potential drug overdose or something.
Yeah. So, but he was in and out of rehab, and he was just trying to better himself. But that's his lifestyle, right?
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, the big finale.
Yeah, so ending it off with a little bit of celebrity news, I guess. But so that's the episode. This time we kind of went way off topic from what we normally do. I definitely didn't go into all the topics as much detail as I kind of really wanted to, but we got some good car knowledge in there, so that's always fun. That makes Dallas happy. If you like any of this type of stuff, make sure to add the 5 stars onto any of the listening platforms that you listen to podcasts on. Hit the like and subscribe onto YouTube. And if you like the type of stuff of video games, movies, TV shows, and apparently car stuff, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Any last remarks there, Dallas?
Just be safe and hug your loved ones because you never know when you're gonna have something happen.
Alrighty then. That's it for now, guys. Talk to you next week.